Hey, what's going on, guys? MiniQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. It's episode number 84 today for the third season of the Pocono 500 here at, well, Pocono, of course. The Tricky Triangle, every crew chief's worst nightmare. So we got some business to take care of first, of course. R&D, tire grip, one race left before we go and spend the money on engine power. We have more than enough money to really play with, but it's going to be more about time to repair some stuff. And I've already applied the new engine and chassis that we're using this race. So you can see that this 100% engine is actually being on the way. So we're gonna repair our stuff for two or three races, depending on which one it is. We're gonna be selling this other chassis pretty soon, but we're actually gonna be repairing this one as well. A lot of big 2 races, of course. We might as well just sell this other one here right now, to tell you the truth. We're actually going to go sell this one here. We really don't need it anymore, so there's another 227 in the bank, of course. We're not building another one because of the new chassis equipment coming in within the next race, so obviously we're not building anything. As far as engines concerned, I don't think it's necessarily the right time to go build them. Maybe like the next race or so, we have enough money. So we have to think about that as well. I didn't show up the last time. I had to briefly explain what the sponsorships objectives are. We have the average start in 10th place. I forgot all about this. Rank 5th in earnings, so that's essentially guaranteed income. And of course, the other stuff just participate in the race with both spots. All right, where are we at in points, you wonder? We're still 3rd place in points, 158 points back. We have a bit of a cushion now from Johnny Benson and Tony Stewart. It's just these two. These two are an absolute juggernaut. It's gonna be down to whoever I guess these two are, unless something like catastrophically bad happens to both of these guys at some point. But these two, they just can't get away from each other. This is the greatest championship battle I've seen in a while anyway at this point of the season, which is really, really nice. Yeah. So the paint scheme, of course, as I explained from last episode, it's more of a Martin Truex Jr. paint scheme. I really had no idea what to do with this car, to tell you the truth. So that's why I decided to go with that. And speaking of not knowing what to do, let's go to Pocono. So I had to go back to the default setup for this one, honest to goodness, because no matter what I do, I was a second above the pole time anyway. So I'm just hoping maybe this would be to qualifying somewhat a little bit closer anyway. We're gonna go back to our other setup though once we actually do go to the actual racetrack here. Pocono, even I've done some practice laps before. It's not gonna be as good as the AIs, of course. For some reason, they just get a great run off of 3 no matter what you do, really. Turn 1 is going to be where we're going to be our strong suit, of course, at Pocono in this game. It's not like Thunder 04 where turns 2 and 3 are our strong suit. Nope, this time it's turn 1 that's our strong suit. So a bit of a difference from Thunder 03 to Thunder 04 anyway, in terms of the base vanilla game anyway. We're coming off of turn 3 for our one and only qualifying lap. We get a little bit tight here because that's just how the default setups are, really. They try to make it as balanced as possible. We're coming across the start-finish line here. It is going to be a 51.5, and that's enough for pole, still. We get it by a 10th over Buckshot Jones. Well, I'm not sure what to tell you about that, about the default setup. I was running 50 point, 2 or 3, so like my other qualifying time. So we, literally, this setup is a 1.5 difference. So we want to go put our other setup back in. We're going to load it. It's not this one, my bad. It is here. And we'll be off towards the actual race now.
MRN is live in Pennsylvania today at the Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 500. And Barney, there are a few unique twists to this 2.5-mile trioval.
Unique is definitely the word for this racetrack. First of all, there are only 3 corners, each of which has completely different banking, which also means there are 3 straightaways. And guess what? They're all different lengths. This is one tough racetrack to prepare a race car for.
The 56 car has really focused in on his qualifying runs this year.
Yeah, but don't forget, Joe, it takes a lot of people working together to get that car starting in the top 10 every week.
Stacy Compton has not had much of a year so far on these speedway tracks.
Yeah, I really feel bad for those guys this season. They come to these tracks and work so hard, but they just never seem to get the car exactly right.
The 77 car will start this race a little farther back than he's used to.
You're right, it's going to be tough for him. You get so used to starting up front, and then you have an off week and you have to start towards the back. Then when race day comes, you feel like you passed 1,000 cars at the end. And worse yet, sometimes you never make it to the front.
I saw Ricky Rudd back there, but I didn't see Labonte right then and there. I'm trying to look for him to see where he's at. Oh, there he's there. He's in the middle of the field. And Dale Jr., of course, starts last again because, of course, he does. 50 laps here at Pocono. We're underway here at the Tricky Triangle. Wow, all right. Hopefully I'll never do that again. As we go shift out into fourth gear anyway, trying to pull away from Buckshot Jones. And, of course, our teammate of Joe Nemechek, who had a pretty solid run, I would say. But, of course, we're going to have a good bite into the first corner. And we're just going to try to drive away from these guys anyway. I did whatever I mean, Sonoma, we're going to get the pole no matter what, to tell you the truth. Because that's just because the road courses, even our rookie season, like, we didn't even try. We just got, like, a second, like, a difference on the pole. And of course, the red herring, as we all know in this game, especially in the road courses. Whoa, I see a little bit of trouble going on back there. That just stacked the whole field back up there. I think I just saw Dale Jarrett just get absolutely loose. Like, this is one of those, like, few tracks where the AI tend to, like, if they get to, like, be overly aggressive with one another, there could be some shenanigans going on. We do lead the first lap here, so we do get 5 bonus points. I actually did check on the lap counter already, like who has the most laps. We've led the most laps this entire season. Well, now 401. It was 400 before entering this race, and now we've led a total of 401 laps this entire season. Like, next person I think is like Ricky Rudd with like 100 some second laps anyway. So definitely, like, we have the chance to be like a dominant force in this season anyway. We have the chance. We just got to make sure to be able to not make any like silly mistakes. And of course, if you wouldn't have a chance to go to the championship, of course, there's always Atlanta being the final race, being like super duper hard in this game for some reason. There comes that runoff from Tony Stewart. Like, the AI just get like a super strong run coming into 3. We have a bit of a gap to everyone else though, with Ricky Rudd and Joe Nemechek. We're going to go all the way down and then all the way back up, because that's just how the snaking line here is. But Tony Stewart's going to get on our outside. We get a little bit of a bundle Ruski on the outside, but he passes us on the outside. Tony Stewart, a man on a mission, of course, it looks like here, but we're going to try to get that spot back from him. He just dummied us on the outside of all that. So we just lost the lead. I don't even know we're going to be able to get that back, to tell you the truth. We're going to try to set him up here into turn 2, braking early and trying to get ourselves back on the throttle as soon as possible. Slow in, fast out. It usually works at Pocono in this game, as well as under 04. We see that happen with me many times in the previous career mode that we had in. We do slow in, fast out. But turn 3, we have to know, are we going to be able to take the lead back or not? Oh, maybe not. As we get in contact there with the race leader, Tony Stewart is going to try to give us a bit of a tow over here. We're going to hold on to second. Oh my God, what is that straight line speed? So now you know why I said I want to upgrade to straight line speed. As we're getting to 9,000 RPM. Ooh, we have to just back out of that. As I tell you the truth, with this setup, I don't know. I couldn't figure out a way to make it last longer than like 8-9 laps. But we're still back down to third as Ricky Rudd is really got ready to pass us down on the inside, it looks like here as well. We're going to back off, of course, and do our slow in, fast out mentality here. And I guess just trying to hold on to third. Like, literally everyone else has just got shaken up after that little squabble there on the opening lap by Dale Jarrett. We're going to try to make one last-ditch effort trying to make a pass on the inside, but to no avail. The top 2 have definitely just separated themselves from us anyway. We're kind of by ourselves, and we kind of just separate ourselves from our teammate and John Andretti, who's also rounding up the top 5 right now. We literally just separate ourselves from basically everyone. There's really nothing really to talk to at the moment, especially since like how them two, like, I mean, this battle right here is actually important for the championship right there, because Ricky Rudd is trying to make a move on the year 2000 champion in this universe, Tony Stewart. He's trying to make something happen on Tony, but it looks like nothing's really happening. It looks like right there. I'm just waiting to see if there's any moves like he's going to make towards down the inside. But man, that 20 car is an absolute rocket. The 28 is a spaceship, of course, as well. But of course, ourselves, we just don't have the car competitiveness compared to those two. It looks like here. So, I mean, we could even salvage a top 10 day. Like, it's still very good stuff. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to catch them two. Especially since one of them is like a championship contender we're trying to compete against. I don't even know where Labonte is, to tell you the truth. He might be in the top 10, for all I know. But anyway, we're just by ourselves. We're just trying to manage our equipment anyway at this point. Like, there's really no point like chasing after these guys either. So we're gonna keep just taking it easy in there, like so here. We're gonna break up the 2 and just let it coast, and then just like I said, slow in, fast out. Slow in, fast out here at Pocono, especially the tunnel turn and turn 3, of course. Try not to put so much wear on those tires. I'm just looking at these lap times right now. Now you know why I keep saying that the qualifying times are such a red herring. Remember, the pole time was like, well, for me, it was a 51.5. And now these guys are running like a second and a half like faster, like usually per lap. Like, how and why? That's why I say like these qualifying times are such a red herring. Like, they give you like false hope of like, oh, you're gonna be fine in this race. No. I keep saying this over and over again. Qualifying times just don't align. I'm not sure if it's just a mod thing or it's just a vanilla-based Thunder 03 thing. But Dale Jarrett got around Joe Nemechek, I think, from back there, from what I'm seeing. Our lap times have fallen off already, of course, but that's just how it is, I suppose, as we're getting it right to the wall. The tire wear hasn't kicked in yet, so I guess it's good, I suppose. Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt Sr. now round up the top 5. They're definitely catching back up to us, of course. So I guess our third place might be just short-lived here, to tell you the truth, from this point forward. I see Johnny Benson, and now there's our teammate of Joe Nemechek, also back there as well. Yeah, obviously they haven't had as much fall off as compared to us, it looks like, even so with the 80s tire wear, but I'm trying to get some, I guess it's like one of those things where, like, yeah, we're going to use a new chassis for this, because we're going to have a new tire wear facility coming in this next coming, race or whatever. Still a bit of ways to go, though. I mean, I kind of want some, like, redemption for Sonoma and Watkins Glen or whatnot, because, like, that was where I first discovered the red herring in the lap times, anyway. Like, what? Yes, I know they're getting away from me, and there's no hope of getting them back, though. Them two are in another zip code. Here comes Earnhardt with a big-ass run off of turn 3. Like, I always keep saying, they have such great runs off of turn 3 for, like, I'm not sure how they do it, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure how they do it. We're going to try to go protect the inside, of course, like we always do. But we already got past all the lead on the outside, but we let the inside open, looks like, here, going towards the Long Pond straightaway here. We're going to give a bit of a touch of Ruski there to the number 3 of Dale Earnhardt Sr. And we keep position number 3. We're going to try to keep going into the slow in fast out mentality. Oh my lordy, that was a bit sketchy and a bit aggressive there from the number 3. I guess he didn't expect the me to check up like that. After all, I've been taking that same slow in fast out mentality line there in the tunnel turn each and every lap, as we do have left rear damage. So of course we're going to be a little bit slower now, and hopefully we're not going to piss off the number 3 anymore. So we're going to let him go. We already know how he is anyway. I say that now as we give a little bit of a warning message, but of course you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes right then and there. We've fallen down to 8th, of course. 4 damage to the car, of course. Guess I was a little bit upset about like what happened there, but fortunately we just got to move on at this point forward. We're back down to 8th. Jimmy Johnson now just got around us there. Oh my lordy lord! John Andretti, what are you doing, my guy? Like, what are you doing? Seriously, I didn't appreciate that at all. So we just let him have it. Honestly, I think the first time I've done that all this whole entire playthrough, where I've just had like enough of somebody's nonsense there. Like we just did a pit maneuver on John Andretti, because yeah, like I wasn't going to tolerate the game doing that, because it was already at Pocono like previous seasons, where the AI decides to go down. Like it was like not even this corner. It was like turn 1. But I just give John Andretti a piece of my mind. I wanted to give Earnhardt a little bit of a piece of my mind, even though I said I wasn't going to do it, but I did it anyway. Of course, now we're going to come down pit road, because, yes, if everyone can make it on fuel, that'd be crazy. So we were the only ones to come out of pit road, of course. We were the only ones, so we're back down to 42nd. I'm not sure who was out of the race at this point forward. But we're back the way we go. We have fresh tires throughout the rest of the field. Can we even make 30 laps? Probably not, to tell you the truth. But yeah, but it's like turn 1. I think it was like last season or so. Like somebody decided to go down there and just murder us in turn 1. Like Pocono is not really a good place for us because of that race pace anyway. In terms of acceleration pace anymore, like our car is kind of like mangled already, and it's only lap 17. Of course, part of that was self-inflicted. just trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can actually do something with this, the field that we have left anyway. We might be able to try something, to tell you the truth, from this point forward. 30 some laps. It's a bit of a tough stretch, but could we even try to make it all the way? I mean, this is the engine that has a better fuel economy now anyway, so it has a little bit more in a fuel efficiency stat. So I guess like if I win this though, I'm gonna have to penalize myself in some way, shape, or form, because I really shouldn't be doing that, where I just do the oh, I'm just gonna cause a caution for whatever, and I'm just gonna somehow end up winning the race. I mean, other YouTubers do it every now and then, so I guess that's fine. I've done it a few times in my Thunder 04 playthrough, but that's just me being pissed off like certain people. So, all right, so we're gonna try the whole fuel strategy here at Pocono. You see me do this a couple times in Thunder 04, where I press a certain button with the manual transmission to set my gear to neutral within the corners, and just see whatever. Is it gonna work? I don't think so, but it's worth a shot. As we see some people already coming down pit road, we're gonna have a huge gap, of course. But again, it's worth a shot. It's still worth a shot. If we're gonna go 3 wide with Michael Waltrip and Brett Bodine, we're gonna shut off the engine here. We're gonna do this the entire rest of the way. Oh! As Michael Waltrip just slides into Brett Bodine there, he just nearly lost a car. He saves it though. A caution at that point forward, like it wouldn't be good for us. We're looking at a few laps later, of course, at this point forward. We're trying to get ourselves back in the top 25. We're still waiting for the rest of the field to come down pit road. Again, we're just trying to hold on with the fuel economy. As you can see, we try to do the whole fuel saving in this entire run. We do get around Kyle Petty for 26. There's Jimmy Spencer, our other fellow Pennsylvania native, in front of us here. So yeah, obviously the anger's now out of my system. That's fine. We got it out there. At this point forward, we're just going to try to see if we can actually try to get ourselves a good finish here with the strategy, because I am not coming back down pit road. That's all I have to say about that. I am not coming back down pit road. The rest of this race, I am not coming back down pit road. So if this works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. So in terms of, right now, in terms of pace, even if we do try to commit this strategy to the very end, we might not be able to even come out away with the win. Like we're already 11 seconds back almost already. So that's to consider, because our car is just significantly damaged. We have to try something at this point for it, try to even save this race to have a good finish here. As we take 25th away from the number 26, putting 26 in P26. And we're going to try to do the same thing with the 25 car, put him in P25 in the car number 25. Again, as we let off the gas here and get back in between gears. What I'm doing is I'm holding the B button. So I have the gas pedal where it's R on the GameCube controller. I'm pressing the B button to switch a gear down, but I'm holding it. So it does mean I'm still in 3rd gear. So I'd have to press the A button back quickly to shift back up to 4th. You can only do this technique in manual transmission. Automatic, it doesn't work. That's how I'm even you see me go to neutral the entire time. That's how I'm saving fuel. It does work. Trust me, it does work. But the question is, will it be enough? Well, we did get Jerry Nadeau, but we have somebody blowing up right here. That is Bill Elliott. I think that was Bill Elliott anyway. I think he was one of those people that already came down pit road, so we really didn't even gain a spot. We're stuck in P24 right now. We got Kenny Wallace, our teammate, in front. We're still waiting on the rest of the field to even come on down pit road. No one has come down pit road yet still. So obviously they have great fuel economy here at this track, so we're going to try to see if we can have a little bit better fuel economy than everybody else. We're still waiting for everyone else to come on down pit road. And then once they do, we'll take the lead of the race. The question is, can we even hold it on? Because right now, we're 13 seconds back with fresher tires. We're gonna have a huge lead coming out of once the whole pit cycle is done. This will probably, if this turns into a race win, I will say this is probably the most undeserving win of my career in this playthrough, to tell you the truth. I like how most of my aggravation towards people in the NASCAR Thunder games just happen to be at my home track at Pocono, to tell you the truth. A real throwback was me against Kyle Petty in Thunder 04, but it was also me against Jeremy Mayfield as well. So now I guess it's just another one with me versus John Andretti at this point forward, and as well as Dale Sr. I wasn't really having it there. I don't know what it is about me and Pocono with this, just me taking out everybody. I don't know. I felt like the John Andretti one was kind of justified a little bit. The one with Dale Sr. was just playing stupid games and win stupid prizes, of course. And you can tell like how the car just ended up like this.
Pit road is getting busy. The leaders are heading in.
All right, so we got some indication there that some of the leaders are finally coming in 30 laps into this race. I don't know. Like they must have like some really good setup here that even tires last that long. Because I have fresh tires compared to those guys, and now they're gonna have fresh tires over us. So we're gonna see how many spots we're gonna gain here. So far, it's only a few. We got 20 laps to go now. We're up to P12. Somebody's already coming out of the pits, but that's from they're a lap down at this point. It looks like there. So no need to worry about that. 13.5 left with 20 laps to go. Ooh, I don't know, folks. I don't know. I might have to start clutching more.
The leaders are coming into pit.
All right, we just got the word. The leaders are now in pit road, or at least the actual leader of the race is now down on pit road. Now it's all about trying to manage that gap. Like we're gonna take the lead here. It looks like here in this lap. So we're gonna be P1, but to hold on for how many laps? 19 or 18 at this point forward. So we're the leader as of right now. Now the question is, can we have enough fuel with the strategy that we're doing that we kind of quote unquote manipulated anyway? We kind of done this to ourselves. I don't know, to tell you the truth. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we're committed to it. We're not coming back down pit road. Like we're putting all our eggs into this basket here to make sure this works. If it works though, we're probably gonna get booed at, to tell you the truth, because we just done very shameful driving, like really like piss poor like cleanliness driving there. But if it doesn't work, I guess it's somewhat justified for like my actions anyway. I don't know. You're gonna have to flip a coin at whether or not you like what I'm doing or not. You know you're kind of banking on something when even Scott Pruitt, who is mangled, is faster than you. So I'm looking at the interval right now. This interval, like, this is no longer a race winning strategy. They are counting on it like a second and a half faster per lap at least. And I'm just not even sure this is even going to work or not still. We're just trying to get the best finish we can at this point, because obviously the race win appear to be out of the question in terms of like the interval anyway. We're going to try to get a little draft from everyone's favorite roadblock, Scott Pruitt, a little bit here as we shift back down to neutral, of course. We got about 12 laps to go at this point. It's very tight now as we bounce off the wall. Oh lordy. Yeah, this isn't working, of course. We're just trying to see what we can and salvage at this point. It was already 1 second a lap faster from fresh tires. I can't even imagine how fast they are, because those green dots, that's them. That's them two right there, Stewart and Rudd. Obviously, this strategy isn't working. In terms of like lap time, yeah, because they're now 2 seconds. They're now within 3 seconds from us. So obviously, we're at this point. The plan now is just to limp to the finish line. The race win is essentially gone. Like we're not even gonna try to take or do anything silly at this point forward. Like we've already thrown the race win away. We've already thrown away a good finish earlier by just saying screw you to John Andretti and Dale Earnhardt Sr., or at least tried to with Earnhardt Sr. anyway. But them two, Ricky Rudd takes the lead away. I just barely see it in my mirror anyway. And Ricky Rudd takes the lead away from Tony Stewart. I saw Joe Nemechek earlier in my HUD that he was running in second place, but them two just absolutely nailing it. Them two are absolutely incredibly fast. I'm not even going to fight it. There's no point in fighting. There's no point in fighting it. There's no point in fighting it. We're just going to let these two go by, let them have their race and go at it. We already know for a fact this race win is essentially gone from us. We're just going to try to do whatever we can, I guess. Let's see. Who is that in fourth? Is that Dale Sr.? Yeah, that's Dale Sr. in fourth. I've already said my piece. To tell you the truth with him, I've already said my piece. I mean, I slowed his thing down a little bit, but that's just how it is. Dale Sr. is gonna make an easy pass on us on the outside. We're actually gonna let him go this time. We're not gonna do anything malicious anyway, because we already know we dug ourselves in this grave here. So now we just have to lie in it. 10 laps to go with 8 fuel left. Oh, I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening at all, folks. I don't think it's happening at all. Okay, but there's still faith. I still have faith. We'll get ourselves a decent finish with this strategy that we have here. I believe in the faith. I feel like the Johnny Benson challenge from Thunder 04 or whatever, where you have worn tires and no gas left. Except I actually have manual transmission for this. We've already like thrown away whatever we could have. I don't even know if we're even gonna get top 10 out of this, to tell you the truth. Like I'm not gonna try to fight it. Hell, I don't even think top 20s even on the cards anymore, to tell you the truth. We got about less than 8 laps to go at this point. I don't even know if this is even gonna work. This fuel strategy that we're doing here. We could have a little bit of draft from Joe Nemechek. Worn tires, no fuel. Dale Jarrett ready to put us down to P10. I thought we had more of a gap, to tell you the truth. I thought this was actually like going to somewhat work. I don't think it's gonna work at all, to tell you the truth. Oh boy. Oh, hard into the wall we go. That's gonna really put a damper on a lot of things, especially going into this next corner. That might have been the ooh. Yeah, this is not a fun thing to drive anymore. Oh Morty. Can we even get a top 20 out of this? That's what I'm hoping for at this point. Can we make it? That's the bigger question, really. Let's see, 7 laps, 6 fuel left. I think we can still try. I think it's still on the cards. We can make it, but not being able to like get what we need here today. I think this is still one of our better Pocono finishes, at least if we make it though. So I guess there's that for us. We got more and more spots to lose. It looks like this time it's Mark Martin, and we're trying to let Dale Jr. go by here. Like I said, our good finish is thrown away. At this point, we're just trying to make it without wanting to get into war with anybody else at this point, because already our car is mangled, our tires are shot. I smacked the wall pretty hard to solidify that statement. Wad Benton's ready to pass us on the outside here. We got 6 laps to go. 5 laps to go now. We should be able to make it on fuel the rest of the way now. There's 5. Will the tires even make it? That's the better question at this point for it. It's starting to get pretty difficult to drive, to say the least here. We're now 5 seconds off of our pace per lap. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We should be fine on fuel the rest of the way. We should. I might do another lap of saving just to be sure. But we should walk away with a top 20, top 25 anyway. Believe it or not, that's actually going to be one of our better Pocono finishes. Is around there, if I'm being perfectly honest. If we walk away with that, then that's okay by me, to tell you the truth. Oh, there's no hope in saving that one, and there's John Andretti, who I've already paid back already, so it's already. That's how you know that this is kind of a lost cause. This race is, but you know, fair play to John Andretti. You came back after me after my little payback I gave you, and we're not even a top 20 anymore because our teammate Kenny Wallace got around us. We are absolutely struggling for grip here, struggling for tires, struggling for fuel, struggling with a mangled race car that may or may not have been self-inflicted. Tell you the truth. But there's nobody else behind us though, so it looks like 21st is pretty much the lowest we can go. Anyway, who knows? Knowing my speed at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if I even get lapped before this thing is over. To tell you the truth, I didn't think I was going to finish this far back from this fuel strategy. Hold on to it now. We still got 1 lap, 2 more corners to go. There's Buckshot Jones ready to pass us there. I'm not sure who you won this race, but fair play to whoever it was anyway. I honestly didn't think I was going to be this far back, to tell you the truth. I tried something, it didn't work. We're going to probably finish in 21st, maybe 22nd here. With Buckshot Jones being right on our tail. We're going to try to do everything we can. Oh, my Lord, he might just pass us on the outside. Okay, maybe we're not going to give us as much room as we thought, as we're going to try to just go sideways off a turn 3, and we don't hold on to it. We're going to finish 22nd here today at Pocono. Yikes. Okay, so that race was self-inflicted, and Dale Earnhardt Sr. somehow steals the win away. Wow. Okay, then.
Not very very many caution laps in this one.
Well, I can assure you all those guys who finished in the back would like to have seen more cautions. Gives them a chance to make adjustments without the penalty of going a lap down. They just didn't have that luxury this time.
Until next time, everybody, this is Joe Moore along with Barney Hall saying thank you for joining us for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race.
So it was Dale Earnhardt Sr. who somehow sniped the weight away from Ricky Rudd and Tony Stewart. Them two were dominating all race long, and all of a sudden, Mr. Number 3 shows why he's the Intimidator and why we're just some, crappy copy. Because we tried to intimidate the Intimidator at one point, and we definitely intimidated John Andretti, but of course he ended up passing us at the very end there. Our little strategy did not entirely work as I thought it would, to tell you the truth. And the tires, I was just happy to even come out alive, to tell you the truth, at that point forward. Well, there's Pocono for you. Dale Earnhardt Sr. ends up with the win. Sonoma's coming up next, which is really nice for us. Hopefully we can get ourselves a little bit more taste with the red herring of the Sonoma track. But hey, we'll try and see. Even with that, we have a new fastest lap, of course. What we have is guaranteed money. So as we take a look at the race results here today, your top 10 as follows. Dale Sr. led the last 9 laps. Of course, we have a decent amount of leaders in this race, to tell you the truth. Earnhardt Sr. wins at Pocono. Ricky Rudd is going to take a good point lead now at this point, with Tony Stewart finishing 3rd. Jeff Gordon with a 4th place finish. Jeff Burton 5th. Dale Jarrett 6th. Kent at 7th. Jimmy Johnson another solid top 10 run. Jimmy Vincent 9th. And Terry Labonte ends up in the 10th place spot. And it's the wrong Labonte. We don't even know where Bobby Labonte's even at. Oh my goodness. Where even is Labonte? Did he blow up somehow? He did. Lap 7, Bobby Labonte, he was the only one that must have not had a chance at whatever. Rusty Wallace also has a bad race, and Kenny Irwin Jr. also as well. But wow, that's huge. That's wide open for the title now. That's huge. Well, I think it's safe to say that I kind of let my anger get the best of me on that one, to tell you the truth. And it wasn't even worthwhile in the end. So it looks like a midfield race finish for us anyway. Hopefully that's not a series of streaks of races to come, because we do have some good tracks coming up for us. We got Sonoma, then we got Daytona, but then we got New Hampshire, then we go back to Pocono again. So it's like we can't even escape Pocono. We're gonna try to hopefully get something different for that one anyway. Maybe a little bit higher tire grip anyway. But hey. The good news, though, is we will be having that come on in, though. The R&D tire grip is already in. So, honest to goodness, well, before we even think about it, we're immediately going to engine power, because I already said this before. This is exactly what we're doing. So, $3 million down the drain. Fine by me. So now it's all about building a new chassis, I would say. Like, how much would it even cost us? Oh! Ooh, it's just enough money, thankfully. There, 82 tire grip though. So yeah, we definitely need that. Unless we see, like, what is our chassis builder at right now? What even is that? 84 tire grip. Well, maybe some new changes come around as well with the departments as well. Who knows? There's always that to consider, of course. Anyway, guys, if you liked the episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you at the next one at Sonoma. See you guys then.